Hello, welcome to another astrology forecast. I'm Danielle Mercurio, and I'm here to fill you in what you need to know for the rest of March of 2015. So my first question is, how are you doing? It's been a rough week, right? And I know that, in my last video I was talking a lot about this idea of not putting too much on your plate, getting lots of rest, and that was because of this crazy square off that we had earlier in the week between Uranus and Pluto. And all you really need to know, whether you knew about it or you had a frustrating week, it's behind us. We're moving forward. We're moving ahead into greater, greener, more bright, vibrant pastures. Ones that you can just roll around in and bask in the glory of it all and be you and feel free. That's where we are now. That's what we're leading into. That's what we're headed towards. So the past week, while it may have been murky, while it may have been challenging, it was pushing you. It was allowing you to open up in new ways. It was inviting you to create space for what's to come. Since the beginning of the year, we've been so enthusiastic, so excited about what's ahead for us. And there have been some challenges along the way. But here we are. And things are going to open up even more for us. I like to think of it as, it's like you're walking on a balance beam. I mean, not that we do that very often. I sure don't. But you can imagine yourself walking on this beam. And you see this light. And the light is guiding you to it. It is guiding you to it. And you hold yourself steady on this beam. And you keep walking, not sure, am I going to fall off? Am I going to lose my balance? Should I pick up my pace? Should I slow down? Oh, what's that over there? And we get totally kind of caught up in the motion of moving towards the light instead of just letting the light guide us. We see it in front of us. We know it's there. And sometimes that's all we need to know. Sometimes that's enough. So just understand right now that you are being guided. You're being led. And sometimes this beam that you're on, it feels really solid and steady, and you know exactly what you need to do. And then other times it may feel shaky, or it may make you look another way, may make you unsure of yourself, doubting, maybe feeling like you need to turn around, step down entirely. This isn't the time for that. You've made it this far. You see the light. You see your dreams. You see your hopes. It's time to keep walking. And so what this grand light that I'm talking about is what's coming up on March 20th, Friday, March 20th, 2015, beginning early in the morning if you're a New Yorker like me at 5:37 a.m. Eastern Time. And we are having this premium astrology triple play, if you will. We are having the total solar eclipse. We're having the super moon in Pisces. We are having a spring equinox. It's a lot. There's a lot of things going on, and they're all to cosmically get you to where you want to be. So let's start with the solar eclipse first, because this is super powerful. It only happens twice a year. It's going to happen again in September. But what you want to know for March 20th, a solar eclipse is when the sun completely moves over the moon, kind of making a shadow. And it's blocking the moon of what it's capable of and instead it's really just infusing it with its bright light. And so where in your life are you feeling this kind of shadow effect? Are you feeling blocked? Are you feeling like you can't move forward? Well, the sun is here to save the day and here to wipe away anything that's not serving you so that you can move forward. And there may be some drastic change that comes of it. And you may even be noticing it already. March can be a really shaky month because of this eclipse that occurs every year. There may be changes in your job, changes in your relationships, even so far as to say as deaths or loved ones passing. It's all part of things shifting, things evolving, things being restored and rectified in the divine process that is your life. And so I really encourage you to be open to it and really allow yourself to be infused with this bright, beautiful, shiny light. The other thing that's happening is the spring equinox. So we're finally entering spring. We're over the hump of winter. And the equinox represents when the day of light is just as equal as the day of dark. So our light and our dark is very equal right now. We're actually in a more balanced place than we realize. And so knowing this, utilizing this knowledge of, okay, everything's in balance, everything's in sync, you can feel a little bit more reassured, and you can stop worrying so much about the things you're worried about and actually realize that they're all going to work out, that everything's going to be okay, that everything is going to balance out as you're rocking on that beam. And then the other thing that's happening is the super new moon. And the super moons represent when the moon lunar energy is closer to Earth. Sometimes it's really far up in the cosmos. This time it's going to be really close to us. So we're really going to feel its infused energy and its vibes. And it's in Pisces. So what does all this mean? There's a lot that's going into this, but I want to make it as simple and easy for you as possible. Typically, the new moon is a time of a fresh start to reassess where you are for the month and where you'd like to go ahead. Now, because we have the spring equinox and because we have the total solar eclipse, the energy is way more heightened. There's a lot going on. So we're going to do something a little bit different. So when you have the new moon, you are going to write down your dreams, you're going to write down your aspirations, you're going to write down what it is that you want most. And then you're going to write down what you're going to do that would freaking scare you to death if you did it. What is that risk that you have wanted to take for so long that has been running over and over and over in your mind that you keep wanting to do but you're too afraid? What is that risk? I want you to write that down. I want you to highlight that. And that's what's going to go up on your altar for the next couple months until we have the full moon. This big action risk. This thing that you are just like, I don't know why, but I feel like I've got to take this leap of faith. I got to do this, right? I can't wait anymore. If I don't do it now, like, I don't know. I don't know what's to come, right? This is the time to really acknowledge what that is, okay? And then what you're going to do, and I want you to keep me in the loop. I want you to notify me of what's going on. On the 20th, I want you to take either something really close to that risk or do something else that would scare you. Maybe posting something on Facebook where you'd usually hold back, or, asking out, a guy or a girl that you think is really cute that you would normally just be like, you know what, I'm just going to let it be. And if God wants us to date, then we will. No, you're going to take that first action step. I want you to get more comfortable with taking risks, of doing things that are scary, doing things that would normally make you really worried or stressed out or insecure, getting comfortable with making the jump, getting comfortable with pushing forward, moving ahead, because that's what we're in right now. We are in this huge kind of opening, this huge space where if we don't start taking the risks, if we don't start moving ahead, things are going to be taken away from us on our behalf. And sometimes it's not as fun, right? We like to have a little bit of control. So I'm allowing you to have some control in this process. You are allowing you to say, okay, I get that the universe is supporting me right now. And to show that I understand that, I'm going to start taking some risks. I'm going to start doing things a little bit differently. I'm going to take some chances. So now is the time. Take those chances and let me know about it. Post, loop me into a comment because I need to know. This is really just a time of freedom for you. This is a time of opportunity. We have been waiting for this for so long. Every time we take a step forward, it feels like we're taking a step back, right? No more. It's beautiful that you've always taken a step forward, even when it's felt scary, even though you feel like you're right back where you started again. You're in it, you're doing it, and now it's time to start moving forward. Now it's time to start really seeing the results. So we are going to ride out this change. You have been so amazing in this process. You've been holding steady. You've been staying with it, and I just commend you for it. I honor you for it. I don't want to give you too much work to do because it's going to happen. It's going to be revealed. It's going to be unveiled in and of itself. It's going to be shown to you by you being in the process of this, of you being able to really just deeply surrender and be in this, to be shown the way. So, new moon, solar eclipse, spring equinox. the sun moving into Aries, which is all about taking action within yourself. Think about any Aries you know. They are freaking awesome when it comes to them. And it's not in a selfish way. Maybe sometimes. And maybe sometimes it comes off as self-absorbed to you. But you know what? They take care of themselves. They know what they need to do for them. And they won't bother anyone else. They won't burn at anyone else. Because they're a leader, not only to the circles that they're in, but to who they are. They acknowledge that. And they move forward with it. So this is a great time for you to take on that energy as well, to be the ram, to conjure up that fire that's buried deep inside of you, to look at the light that is streaming ahead as you rock out on this balance board or beam, or whatever it is that you want to create in your mind as you move ahead. This is your time. There's no turning back. It's about letting go. It's about trusting. It's about finally allowing yourself to have what you deserve, to have what you want, to make those dreams that you have envisioned for so long your reality. They came to you for a reason. And now it's time for them to come true. So we're going to leave it at that for this video. Again, I want you to make your list of your hopes and your dreams, everything that you know you are possibly capably, inconceivably ready for and are and ready to have fun with. And then write down that big ass leap of faith that you're going to be taking. And then either take it or do some other things that might scare you, that might be out of your comfort zone to get ready for it. Because the time will be shown to you very soon and you'll be ready to jump. And you will do more than jump. You'll leap, you'll soar, and you'll freaking fly. So I am so excited for you because you know that I always am. And we'll be in touch in the beginning of April where we have more things that are going to be coming from everything that we just talked about in this video. I really just want you to focus on the 20th, the solar eclipse, new moon, spring equinox, getting really excited for your dreams to come true, and getting ready to move outside your comfort zone. Because there, you're going to find everything that you want and so much more than you ever could have imagined. Until April, have fun out there, do your best, and keep me posted along the journey. Bye, everyone.